Thank you, Tom. ABC 57 investigates a major security risk, giving hackers access to your passwords and your personal information. ABC 57 News investigative reporter Kevin Wormhold sat down with an expert who warns if you are complacent, you are putting yourself at risk.
Experts warn 16 billion passwords worldwide. Yes, you heard me right. Billions with a B have been compromised. Google telling its users to change their passwords. The FBI warning not to click those links in those questionable text messages. Your passwords likely being shopped around on the dark web, putting you at risk.
The joke is always the weakest link is the user.
Cybersecurity researchers have confirmed 16 billion online passwords are now compromised. This is believed to be the largest leak in history.
We're now in an era where a lot of sites are stacking on top of Google or Apple for their login needs, which creates a higher degree of risk.
Cyber expert Nick Rosasco wants everyone to know you can take simple measures to protect yourself.
The scale is sad and unprecedented, but we've been through a bunch of these before. The standard practices is to think about, okay, look at the news release on where the site said was compromised, make sure you're not using that password anywhere else.
Many companies are switching to and recommending the use of passkeys, but those could get expensive and rely on third parties to protect your login credentials.
You have to go buy it and then you're sort of trusting this other party. It's not enough to log you in. It's another form of what we call two-factor authentication. Two things, in this case, a password and that key, are necessary for you to be you to that website.
Most people don't realize the software companies use doesn't save your actual password. Instead, it creates a mathematical result.
If my password's potato, Amazon does not have the word potato. They have the mathematical result of grinding it through this algorithm called a hash. I cannot grind it backwards and get potato. All I can do is grind potato through it again and compare. So this blob is stored, and when I type my password again, they run exactly the same procedure, and they compare the new blob to the blob they have on file.
A good way to confuse hackers, using numbers in place of letters. This slows down and confuses them while attempting to steal your password.
I spell potato using a 0 instead of an O, the letter. That breaks the dictionary. Like that doesn't generate the same comparison number. That looks very different mathematically at the end.
Rosasco also recommends never using the same password.
Never reusing a password, at least for major stuff, is huge. Because when you start daisy chaining those, I use this on Apple and on Google, and bad plan. It's just like having a home security system. The higher the bar you set on yourself, the more likely it pushes the problem onto your neighbor. But that's a fact of life.
Professor Rosasco wanted to reiterate, you should change your passwords often and make them complex with numbers and characters. The stronger the password, the less you're at risk. Reporting in studio, Kevin Wormhold, ABC 57 News.